What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new Watching Nerdy. I am James. I'm joined by...
This is Kevin.
Merle.
Logan.
Zach Brown.
Zach Brown.
Yes.
Sultry tones.
And so we're bringing Watching Nerdy back. We are, of course, the guys from Talking Nerdy. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to recap. We're going to watch through a season of an anime of everybody's choice. This one was my pick. We're going to watch the season. We're going to recap it. We're going to review it-ish. We're going to talk about it. We're going to... Hopefully some of us that have not seen it already are going to get into it and enjoy it, and it'll become their favorite anime. But the anime, of course, is My Hero Academia. So let's see. I've seen it. Merle's seen it. Logan's seen it. Zach's seen it. Kevin has not seen it yet.
I have not. Although I couldn't help but notice that the four of you would look at each other and snicker and make hand gestures and shit. I don't know what's going on, but I can tell that this is all very important to you.
Yes. So before we jump into it, we watched 4 episodes, which is enough to introduce you to a few of the main characters, give you an idea of what's going to go down in this show.
Sets up the universe.
As the one person who hasn't seen any of this, what'd you think? 4 episodes, go.
The animation's very comedic. I saw more Kill la Kill than Akame ga Kill. You know, I prefer usually darker tones and stuff, but this is definitely a very light tone.
Oh yeah.
It's the kid's very whiny. I can tell that's deliberate.
That's my problem too.
But he's kind of hard to get behind when you just want to trip him.
He trips himself.
I guess I'll just die.
Yeah.
And he's following a very similar arc to things I've seen before, like Natsu from Fairy Tail, or Ash from Pokemon, or Asta, Naruto. Like this sort of under-talented but very genuine guy who just works damn hard.
Yeah, that's him. That's Midoriya.
Mm-hmm.
In a nutshell.
Does it seem like a show that you could find yourself getting into?
I could see watching it, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's what I wanted to hear. So that's it. Thank y'all for listening. That's all I wanted. I just wanted Kevin to admit that he's okay. You know?
Yeah, it's not terrible.
And it does have
because
a few dark
I feel like
moments in
you've
it, too.
it does. Yeah, it does get a little dark. Have you not stayed away from it because it's become so popular? And
do you realize you're wearing a shirt right now?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I think out of all of us here, I'm the...
Oh, well, I should finish that. He's wearing a My Hero Academia shirt right now. Not just a shirt.
Yeah.
No, we're all naked.
Yeah, I'm the one who knows the least about anime. I'm the newest, I guess, to watching anime, because I've only watched a few. I think you guys have probably watched...
7 or 8.
A few.
Yeah, about around that.
Every now and again, one will force its way into my life, yeah.
But this one, I actually read the manga first, and it just... I love it. I think it's the best thing ever. Ever.
Even better than 3 Ninjas?
Oh, that is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
But yeah, so let's just go around the table real quick. Obviously, you know how I feel about it. We've heard that Kevin thinks this could be something he could,
You've heard the rumblings.
he might enjoy it. So let's go around. Merle, what's your take on it?
Well,
Real quick, pitch. Boom. You like it?
Really, I started out kind of hesitant about it, kind of like
same
Kevin
here.
when you were talking about it. But after watching, it took maybe that whole first disc for me to when we started introducing all of the characters to get me really liking the story, because I just couldn't get into Midoriya at first. So it actually took a bunch of the other side characters and classmates from Class 1A to get me into the anime itself.
And now
Now I'm hooked. I'm in.
Logan?
It took a long time for people to get me to get it. I had friends talking about it, you talking about it. But when we went to AnimeCon and I saw like some of the cool cosplays. Well, the two,
Like two of them, yeah.
but that got me into it. And as soon as
I'm glad that those ones did get you into it, because there was a couple, especially one
that was real shit.
that should have turned you off. Like,
Yeah.
it was absolutely.
Who was
a guy
it?
trying to do Bakugo,
Oh dear.
and
you look like a bad Junkrat.
it was just
What
horrible.
was
It
the
was
ones that
horrible.
that made you really like it?
Todoroki and Suyu.
See?
There was also a
Also like a Eraserhead.
Eraserhead was okay.
And,
Momo.
I
Yeah.
hate that name.
Well, you haven't even met Eraserhead yet.
No,
No, he's in
we'll
this
watch the real
episode.
Eraserhead another time.
I thought there was a
Somebody did the dude with the voice.
yeah, Present Mike.
Yes,
Yeah.
he wasn't at the panel.
He wasn't at the panel. he
Yeah,
was just
but-
wandering around. But yeah, so continue those.
Basically, as soon as we got home from that, I think I watched an episode. I watched the first episode at like 2:00 in the morning, and then I didn't stop watching till like 2 in the afternoon the next day.
Nice.
I was hooked from the opening. That guitar and drum
Dude.
solo just. And I've now watched the show, counting this 8 times.
I'm actually on my third rewatch.
Yeah, I'm not as I'm not as bad as that yet.
Second.
I just rewatched it for the third time, and I'm rereading the manga for the actually only the second time I've reread the manga. So, all right, Zach Brown.
Just like Merle, it took a couple of episodes for me to get into that. I think the episode when they did the heroes versus villains, that's when I really got into it.
Dang. Oh wait,
That's like
USJ
12.
Yeah, that's when
That's
what.
See,
That's
it
what.
just-
looked
Wait,
me
no,
up.
the play, like, when they were, like, the students or, like, the USJ?
No, the where they had to protect that.
Oh, the rocket.
yeah.
Okay.
so
That was-
That's like episode
That's
7.
like, yeah, that's when
Never
I got
mind.
into it.
I was about to
Ever
say.
since then, though, it's been
Well,
great.
like, obviously, I haven't seen it. That's
Yeah,
my whole
let's
point
try
of being
not
here.
to
Well, no,
say-
no, no. Spoilers are fine. These are not
Actually-
names I can remember.
Do you have the box with you?
But in other properties like Batman and such, villains have always been much more compelling to me. In fact, I could have seen. I can't even think of his name now. The main character, I could have seen him becoming a villain. He has the drive, and the world's been
Midoriya?
unfair. Yeah, he should have been a villain. He should have snapped, taking a sniper rifle up to the tallest building and just started picking off anybody in spandex.
couldn't be a hero? I'll show you all.
Yeah.
I'll be the first victim.
Y'all are so mean to this poor woman.
That woman stole my heart. That woman is perfect in almost every way.
Just a big old teddy bear.
Who?
The mom.
Oh,
Zuko's mom.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and just kind of recap the first 4 episodes. So we can all just kind of jump in. I'll start, but we can kind of just all jump in. And I want you to really, Kevin. I want you to tell us what you think about certain things you did like, you didn't like, because I love it all. There's only one little thing one little gripe I have with the first episode. But other than that, I love everything. So there's nothing. So if there is stuff you dislike, though, let's hear it. Cause
I'll have to hear y'all talk about it for me to.
Is it the one that? When
It's
they
just a
introduce
gripe.
All Might?
Yeah, it's when they introduce
Really
All
early.
Might. They reveal
Yeah,
that he
I see what
bulks up. And that.
Yeah, it would have
in the
been a lot
manga,
better.
It's not as obvious that he's this emaciated person who bulks up. But it's like right as soon
It would
as
have been a better surprise.
When I
if-
first saw that,
when he deflated, he
Yeah.
should have deflated.
When I
That's
first-
how they should have revealed that. Not
But aren't they at this point pandering to the people who already made the manga popular by the time they made the anime?
That is true.
Well, sure, but still, I don't know. That's just the one little small gripe I had.
when I first saw that, I honestly thought it might be a fake person. I didn't think it was the real All Might.
Really?
Yeah.
You were like a Zuko.
I
You
was
were like
completely
Midoriya.
in the dark. I was like, when he puffed up, I was like, that's not him. What? No, that's not possible.
But so we're introduced right off the bat to a baby, like little young Deku, Izuku Midoriya, the main character, and he's crying.
As usual.
He does cry an awful lot, but he's protecting some younger kid, or it might be the same age. I don't know. It's just a little kid from some bullies that are, I guess, I'm assuming, bullying him. But the thing about Midoriya that we should probably get out of the way really quick is that he doesn't have a quirk.
Doesn't have a superpower.
He doesn't have a superpower. So the thing about this universe, 80% of the universe is, or I guess this world is, has a superpower with what they call quirks, and then 20% of the population does not.
I hate the 20%.
And unfortunately, Midoriya is part of that 20%. He was born without a quirk. So,
Oh my god, that doctor.
so
Best
here's
character.
this
Straight to the
kid.
point.
I'm sorry, kid. It's not going to happen.
Here's this kid who's like sticking up for this other kid against these bullies that are using their quirks.
His frenemy.
Yeah, and
They got
he just gets whooped up.
They got a real Sasuke Naruto, but like much more violent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Sasuke really hates Naruto though.
Bakugo really
He
hates
really
Deku.
hates
True. True. I
Uh,
would put it. I would put
I
it.
see a little sexual tension there.
we're not doing no.
Trust me.
Hold on, I'll call up some of my other friends. They'll talk to you
Just
about
do a
that
Google
for
image
hours.
search. You'll find out.
For
what's in the
hours.
universe.
On
No.
Deku.
Kachan X Deku.
President Mike X Eraser.
Erased. Yeah, a little, yeah. So anyway, he gets beat up by these bullies for trying to protect this other kid, and so right off the bat, you learn that he's willing to stick up for people. You know, so then it goes through. He is. I guess he's going to school, but during his morning commute, he gets to witness a villain attacking the city and some heroes coming to save the day. And it actually introduces my personal favorite pro hero, which is Kamui Woods,
Oh, yeah.
a guy with the tree dude. He's pretty cool to me. But it shows also that Midoriya is a hero fanboy. He has these notebooks that he just records all.
He's got at least 13.
Yeah, he's up to number 13. He just
Unlucky
records
13.
all this info about heroes and
Bios, strengths,
Yeah.
weaknesses.
Also
tactics.
draws the.
Yeah.
It's pretty good illustrations that he's got in that book too. And he just witnesses this this villain fight, and we get introduced to some pro heroes like oh shoot,
Was it Mount Lady?
Mount Lady, Kamui Woods, is it Death Arms?
I think it's Death Arms or like Strong Arms, something like
yeah.
that. It's something Arms.
Backdraft.
Yeah.
He's so like Backdraft.
It's a giant fire hose.
Yeah, he shoots water out. Kamui Woods is a tree dude. He can shoot his limbs out. You know.
He's a real Deku tree.
Ooh. Mount Lady she can become super tall.
Her
and
weakness is a one-lane road, so.
Yeah. Death Arms he's just
Punches things.
Yeah, he punches things.
Hulk smash.
So you start seeing like you see that quirks can be like literally anything. Those kids that were like Bakugo can cause explosions.
One kid can pull his eyeballs out.
Yeah, one kid pulls eyeballs out. One
guy
kid can
gets
stretch his
garbage.
fingers. One of the kids has like devil wings.
That'd be a lot cooler than eyeballs.
Yeah,
Stalks like Gary the Snail.
and so
Guy had rock hair.
oh yeah, the rock. Yeah, well that was weird.
I wanna bro.
Hey, at least he could headbutt.
I'm sure every quirk.
One girl had like
That's some-
fire hands.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a human fire hose.
I don't know. Backdraft looked kind of cool.
I mean, it looks cool, but like as a kid, it's like everybody else looks semi-normal, and you're just a fire hydrant.
Is that what he looks like?
So how much
though?
of that is
Or
costume?
it could be his costume.
I
Right?
don't know, but
I've never seen him naked, so
we need to see him naked.
Yeah, gotta see it.
Google image search.
Rule
on the
34, man.
first
sure it's
page.
out
Here we
there.
go.
Just remember that. No!
No,
You,
yeah,
you look for it. We'll continue.
have fun.
But so
It will haunt your dreams.
he witnesses the villain fight, and then he gets to school, and the teacher is about to like pass out like these forms, I guess, for the students to put out what they want to do.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'm not even going to pass these forms out because I know every one of you wants to go to hero school. And this is where we really get introduced to the character of Bakugo, who's like
A
the
prick.
rival, and but he's like,
Really desperate to prove himself for some reason.
yeah,
Really driven.
yeah. He wants to go to UA, which is the,
The
top hero school.
Hero school with a 0.2% exception.
Like
he's-
Harvard.
Except high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, none of y'all are making it, only I'm making it. And then the teacher has to throw out there, and Midoriya wants to go to UA. And so that gets
just
everybody.
sets Kacchan off.
Yeah. And so Bakugo, of course, is, you can't make it, you're quirkless, and then we get more of, Midoriya being a bit of a
Titty baby.
a bit of a crybaby. But so once the class is over, he's about to head home, I guess. Kacchan steals his notebook, burns it,
and then chucks it out the window.
yeah, and then tells Deku that maybe he can go kill himself and then be reborn with a quirk, and kind of ticks Deku off. But of course, he doesn't do anything about it.
It'd be a much different story.
Yeah, and so from there, I think let's see, where do we go from there?
Outside, and he picks up his
He
notebook
gets his notebook back.
Yeah.
From
from the fishies.
Yeah, and
And this is when he comes across, or he starts monologuing to himself.
yeah, he's talking to himself, and this is where you learn like
This is when the doctor
that
appears.
he. So we get a flashback of when he's watching the debut video that's on like YouTube of All Might, and when he's like rescuing all these people, and he's Deku's just this little kid, and he watches the video like every night, and
during computer time.
yeah, and
Computer time.
he obviously wants to be a hero, just like All Might. So he tells himself when his quirk develops that he's going to be a hero, and then it jumps over to the doctor, who tells him it's not going to happen because
It literally says that.
You-
He drops his bombshell on this kid.
yeah. So
It just comes out with it too. Just
yeah,
like,
and so
Hey.
they explain this thing about
Your pinky toe
Yeah, the
determines if you're
right. If
gonna
you have
a
like
quirk or not.
one joint in your pinky toe, you'll have a quirk, and then if you don't, if you have two joints, you're not gonna have a quirk, kind of thing. And so we see Deku's watching the thing again, but of course he's got some. This is after he's
the
found out that
waterworks
he's not gonna
are
get.
fixing to start.
Yeah, he's not gonna have a quirk.
When do
So
they stop?
never.
Never.
They
Like
constantly
two minutes
flow.
every episode.
And
Oh, the next
so he asks his mom, though. He says, can I still be a hero? And then she breaks down and she's crying. She's tells him she's sorry, and
which just destroys Deku even more.
right. And so he still grows up. Yeah, I
Yes.
think he's like 15 right now.
Yeah.
when the show is going, but he still grows up to want to be a hero. Though.
Yeah.
It doesn't let it stop him.
Ever the optimist.
And so he decides, I love the scene too, because he's like, no matter what, I'm gonna be just like All Might. And he's like walking through this tunnel, and he's doing All Might's laugh. And from behind him,
the jelly monster.
oh, that's what we didn't even talk about though, because we see that sludge dude
Yeah.
running through the streets, and this is where the All Might thing comes in.
Yeah.
People are asking like, where's the heroes? Like, what hero is gonna pop in? And
All Might comes
that's
out of
where
the...
All Might comes out, and he's like, well, you see this little dude, like this
Yeah.
scrawny little dude, and then all of a sudden,
He starts
you
beefing
just see him
up.
like just bulk up.
Expand.
Yeah, it gets huge, and that's when he's like, "No worry, I'm here," And so Deku's walking through this tunnel, and here comes that sludge monster up behind him,
Comes out of the sewer.
and he latches onto him, and he starts like
Gets
he's
real-
gonna take over his
It's
body.
real in hentai.
Oh,
real,
God.
real hentai shit.
He's gonna take over his body, and
Escape town.
and escape town. Yeah, and so Deku is, like thinking to himself, like, crap, like I can't breathe,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'm gonna die or whatever. Well, boom, here comes All Might out of the sewer, and he does a
Texas smash.
and he smashes the sludge monster off of Deku, and of course Deku passes out at this point. So then he wakes him up by it's really funny. He's like slapping him in the face real fast.
Hey, wake up! Wake up!
And then Deku wakes up and he sees All Might standing in front of him, so of course he freaks out, and he like backs off of him, and he's like trying to. What does he say? He wants to get his autograph.
Is there
right?
a pen? I have a pen right
so
here.
he-
I need an autograph.
He tries to get his notebook. He gets his notebook. He's about to ask All Might for an autograph. All Might's already given him an autograph. He's already signed the book, and
This will be a treasure, a family heirloom, passed down for generation.
so then All Might decides, All Might's okay. I'm glad you're good. You're good. So I'm gonna take off now. Oh, and by the way, he trapped the sludge monster
In his soda.
In like two little Coke bottles.
Yeah, in like a Coke bottle. And so when he goes to take off,
Midoriya grabs his legs.
latches onto his leg.
You don't
and
see that
takes
happen.
off.
He
Yeah, you don't
just-
see that yet.
He's just in the air.
Yeah, you just see him take off, and then it cuts to him being in the air, and Midoriya's latched onto his leg, and he's like, "Wait, he wanted to ask him a question, and so this is also something we see, like all of a sudden, like
Blood
starts
puking
coming out
through
of
the
All Might's
slime.
mouth, and he said, I don't remember if he says. Like,
Oh, shit.
I know he says shit, but does he say anything else?
No.
No, you
can't
just,
remember.
oh shit.
So he lands on the roof of a building. He's like, he tells Midori, he's like, just knock on the door. Somebody will let you down. And he's about to take off, and that's when Midoriya finally gets the question out, which is, can I be a hero without having a quirk? And I believe that's where the first episode cuts off. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
before he answers, yeah.
Then the second episode, and then the episode starts with him asking the question again, and then within seconds
So when
he
they caught
deflates.
the sludge monster, they had 2 bottles, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So what happened to the second one? Because I remember them only showing one.
I guess it just needed to be the one with his eyeballs in it. That's maybe the one with his...
With his
Consciousness.
Yeah.
He needs to find some more sludge.
Yeah.
But they only showed the Boom Kid kicking one.
hmm
The boom.
But it just happened to be the one with the
Walmart.
face in it,
But yeah.
So maybe that's just the part of his body that actually holds some sort of...
cognitive form.
Yeah. So as long as he has that, he can maybe pick up... I don't know how that dude's quirk works, but yeah, you're right. There was 2 bottles originally.
Yeah.
There's another one just running around. He'll be
Yeah.
back. It's like a worm.
To be
Cut him
continued.
off and then 2
Mhm.
back.
So this, second episode, like Merle said, picks up with him getting the question out, and
Within seconds.
does he answer the question in All Might form?
No.
No.
So so he's asking the question, and as he asks the question, you see All Might like deflate to his scrawny form, and Deku obviously
Freaks out.
out about that.
Doesn't take it well.
It was like,
No.
you're an imposter. You're not the real All Might.
And unfortunately, it is the real All Might. And All Might explains like
What happened to him?
5
sorta.
years ago in a fight. I guess the villain
Got a good
got him
shot.
in the stomach, and
Destroyed his respiratory system in his stomach.
so after that, he's not able to hold his big powerful form for very long. And at the point of this story, he's up to 3 hours as long as he can hold the big
Hold the
All Might
form.
form.
Reliably.
And so I think that. Oh, and that's when he tells him. But to answer your question, no, you can't be a hero with it because there's just too much shit. Like, take the sludge monster for instance. You
Deku
can do
couldn't
shit.
do
You can do shit against that dude.
This
you know?
really is this world that they built is a world in decay. Like, even I was gonna say, disregarding the fact that there's people as powerful as an atomic bomb just battling throughout the city on an everyday basis. When the people first saw the sludge guy with like banknotes in his belly or whatever, they didn't call the police. They were just like, "Oh, I wonder who's going to fix this," and they just kind of just watched like it's all a big show for them. Nobody's really trying. Like they're just sort of along for the ride at this point.
Well, All Might straight up says that the police get a lot of crap because they don't catch villains anymore. You know, they're just there to
clean up after
Clean up
the
after the
heroes.
heroes.
That's how it is in actual superhero stuff. So.
But they've shown that the police are working with the superheroes, so you'd think that would be a reliable way of getting a superhero on the scene other than just picking your nose.
I mean, I'm sure there's some. I mean,
It just
gotta be.
this is like 2 episodes in, so I'm not
Yeah.
judging it entirely. But it shows to me a society that's going nowhere at this point. Like this
It's stagnant.
the quirks are more of as much of a curse as a blessing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in most superhero things, the whole like superheroes breed supervillains, you know. So I guess, I guess it's gonna. I don't know. I mean, what would you do if you're quirkless though?
Call the cops. At least they have guns. Hell, this is America. Just everybody's got a gun. I know that's not America.
That's not America, though.
Yeah, but you said, what would I do?
Well, yeah.
This is America, damn it.
They actually do. I wish they'd spin off. No, that would suck.
Yeah.
My Hero
American My Hero.
Everybody just seems desensitized to this apocalyptic stuff.
Well, at this point, it's probably been.
I mean, they said that Izuku was
She's
a
a
fourth
fourth
generation, so
yeah.
that's like at least like 50, 70 years.
Actually, more than that.
Yeah.
A long time.
So I don't know.
Because I think each generation's about 50 years, so be about
Well-
2 centuries.
I think he was saying in terms of bloodline, so his great-great-grandfather would have been...
Okay, so maybe 120 years.
But so let's see, where were we at?
At the
So he
cannot
can't
be-
be a
You
hero.
cannot be a hero.
He says, "Go be a cop." You know, I mean, it's
It's a fine
a fine profession. You know,
You just gotta take shit every day.
and so so what is that noise? I've been trying to figure out what that noise was. Oh, and so this is where All Might leaves. And by the way, the thing was unlocked, so Deku wouldn't have needed to
Knock.
bang on the door. He walks out and he's like, all right, now it's time to get you to the cops, you know, and he pats his pocket where the villain is. Well, the bottle's not there. And then he hears an explosion way off in the distance, and he's like, oh, damn. That's when he realizes that must have fallen out when he was, when
He
Midoriya
latched on.
latched onto his leg, you know. So we cut back to Bakugo and his 2 buddies walking down an alley.
Buddies.
Yeah, trying to figure out what they're going to do,
Cronies.
you know. And
Toadies.
Bakugo, without realizing it, just kicks a bottle out of his way. Just so happens to be the sludge monster bottle.
Knocks the cap off, releases the monster.
And then the monster decides to take over
Bakugo's
body. And Bakugo, being you know,
Bakugo.
That just goes awry.
he fights, tries to
The
fight the villain
situation
off, you know.
downgrades to Fubar real fast.
Yeah, so he gets him in that, like half taking him over, half not.
And Bakugo's constantly causing explosions,
Right.
trying to escape.
And so here come the heroes, and they just do they
Doing
can't
a
do
really
They're
anything.
just
yeah.
doing damage
They don't have
control,
the right
basically.
Or
Uh,
like Kamawi's
like
doing
this, yeah.
something, Backdraft doing something,
They're-
Mount Lady's stuck.
They're rescuing. At least they are rescuing
the
people.
civilians. Mount Lady's kind of stuck.
Yeah, because
One lane.
none of their quirks work for this situation. Mount
Yeah.
Lady can't get over
To
there because she
him.
needs 2 lanes, at least 2 lanes to get anywhere.
Sorry, I think that's so
Woods.
There's a
He
lot
has
of
too much
fire.
Fire,
too
he
much
would.
fire.
Pokemon teaches you that's not gonna work.
Backdraft is just trying to put fires out. Death Arms can't punch dude because he's
Too slippery.
Yeah, it's too, yeah. So none of the heroes can do anything. They're just like,
Oh,
we'll just wait for the right one. Right
They're
hero.
coming.
Yeah,
Come
Bird Dude and Baseball Dude don't really do.
Oh yeah, the baseball dude's there, which we don't ever learn what his name. That was the one time during the watch that Kevin was like, "Oh come on,"
like
because he says these
home
things.
run man.
He says these things that are like,
Baseball
knock it out of the
puns,
park,
yeah.
and we gotta. It's gonna be a strike again.
It's gonna be a home run.
Yeah. But yeah, I could hear Kevin over there like, "Oh come on."
Really?
But All Might gets to the scene, but he's
He's unused
he's
stuff.
scrawny All Might,
Yeah.
and
Scrawmite.
Scrawl Might.
Skeleton Might.
Skeleton Might? Meth Might?
Is there seriously not like some kind of fan lingo to describe this lesser phase? It seems like that would be
There-
all over the
no.
floor.
There's big form and small form.
Yeah.
And later,
Not a very
like
creative
way
lingo.
later, when he loses his...
Spoiler alert.
Wow. I think I can piece it together, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's not like it's... I mean, it practically shouts it.
No.
It's in you.
So All Might's over there, and he's like, "Oh damn, I can't do nothing because I've already used up all my time, And Deku just happens to stumble upon the attack as well,
So happened.
and he's
was
looking at the
fate.
sludge monster, and he's like, "Holy crap! That I thought All
That's
Might
his-
captured him," and he kind of realizes too that
It was his
it must have been my fault that this dude was able to get
I fucked
to
up.
get out. And so when he notices that there's a person in there, and then that no heroes are able to get over there to rescue him,
I think he recognized him too, right?
I don't know if he recognized him at that point or not.
When he first got there, no, he didn't know.
When he first started running at the dude, though, did he know
Yeah,
it was Kachon?
I think he knew at that point.
Yeah, because it shows like his eyes, and he zooms into the guy's face, sort of pulling out of the
So
goo.
here goes Midoriya, just takes off running towards the monster, and everybody's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's thinking to himself, "What the hell am I doing? Like my legs are just running."
I did laugh at this point because he just like chunks his backpack, and a book hits the thing in the eye, and that's just such a Tom and Jerry. Yeah, like that was funny to me.
Yeah, he starts running through like his hero manuals. What would the heroes do in this situation? He comes up with an idea, which is to chuck the backpack at the dude. Stuff flies out, thing hits him in the eye, causes enough of a like a distraction or whatever for Bakugo to get his like whole face out and
Breathe.
and get a breath in. And so Deku gets over there and he's like clawing at the thing, trying to get Bakugo out. And All Might sees this.
And it starts inspiring
Yeah,
him.
it inspires him to.
Try to pull a little bit extra.
He always he's
double dipping.
He does. He's always able to pull
And he
out.
gets
just a
over
little bit.
there.
Yeah, there's another term for that. It's called hulking up because during every match with Hulk Hogan, he'd get beat up and then he'd start shaking his fist, brother. He'd find that second wind. And
That finger.
yeah, he was
But
hulking
anyway,
up.
he gets over there.
The sludge
and,
monster is just about to like lay a punch on Midoriya,
It'd kill him.
and
It would have killed him.
there's all this like smoke all of a sudden. And when the smoke clears, Midoriya's like sitting there like cowering, and when he looks up, All Might's there, and he's like blocked the punch, and he's like, "Man, I'm pathetic. Like I told you all this shit about not being a hero. You can't be a hero, and here you are, running after this dude." All the only one that's doing something, and he's like, you inspired me to do something, and
He throws out a Detroit
gives
smash.
it gives a Detroit smash, knocks
All of All Might's attacks are named after U.S. states and cities.
Well,
and
does he explain why?
No.
He's very American.
he came to America for a while, if I'm
But
not
I mean,
mistaken,
like,
right?
what makes it a Texas smash, for example?
Oh,
Like,
it doesn't. That
no,
that
they're
doesn't.
just different names.
He uses Texas, Detroit,
The Texas,
Delaware.
Detroit.
Arkansas?
New
Does- no
New
Arkansas.
He
Hampshire.
used Arkansas knee or something.
New Hampshire.
England,
Gets
Arkansas.
one.
And then one more, but we're not going to say.
We're
it.
not gonna say that one either because
It's
it
not Arkansas though.
would have awesome.
No, it's Pennsylvania. That's just it.
And
Arkansas kick in the groin.
but he's able to save the day. But not only does he save the day with that punch,
Thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
he changes the weather. This one I didn't really get though. Like I don't really get how.
The air was just so the punch was so powerful that it affected the jet stream.
Nice. And so they bottle up they trash bag up the villain.
Throw him in the back of a paddy
must be
wagon
so
and then
disgusting.
bye-bye.
The heroes scold Deku for running in.
But praise
Kachan
for not doing
for
shit.
holding out. Well, he held out though. I mean,
That was
Yeah,
the first
that's
time
true.
since it all began that I saw, Crab and Goyle or whatever their names are over in the corner.
the
two,
flunkies.
The backup singers.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
Showed that they were
yeah, that's
fine.
good. Yeah. And so Deku goes on his way, heading home. We get a little conversation between him and Kachan. Kachan catches up with him and he's like,
I hate you.
"I
I'm
hate
not
you.
going
I don't
to
need your help." You know,
need
all this
your
kind of
help.
stuff.
I ain't thanking you, and then he just runs off.
Well, no, he
Skulks off.
like wobbles off. It's the funniest
he does
little
the penguin
walk.
walk. He's like,
Little cowboy ass.
Yeah. And then Midoriya's like, "Okay, that was weird."
All right, I'm gonna turn around and go home.
Turns
now.
around.
And then-
That's sexual tension, man.
I am here.
Yes. Here comes All Might, and
he starts talking and then immediately deflates.
it's great. It's so funny. I love.
It's like a hero. Oh, so.
Yeah, and so he explains that obviously, I guess you can be a hero without a quirk, you know.
But you don't have to be that guy because you are worthy of inheriting my powers.
Actually, no, he doesn't do that yet. He doesn't say it in the second episode. They showed
Well,
in the preview
I'm
of
not-
the. You know,
I'm trying to make it
But-
cohesive, and you are pausing.
well, no, I'm. That's the end of the second episode, though. He just says you can be a hero, and this is what Midoriya's like. This is what I needed my mom to tell me. Way
You're my
back
real
then,
mom,
you know?
All Might.
Yeah.
Mama Might.
Why
And so
everybody keeps shitting on this poor woman?
they're just.
No, she's a good woman though.
Yeah, she's raised this dysfunctional little failure of a child all his life.
He's not a failure.
No, he's not. But
He's
he-
smart as fuck.
So
She
what's
just
her
like
power again? She can levitate stuff.
Yeah, she
small,
just,
like this
uh,
She
Coke,
could
like this
pull
Coke can. She can
small
levitate
objects
it
toward
towards her.
She said the dad could breathe fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
like,
never meet
Dad's
the
part
dad.
of a
though.
dragon or something. Half dragon or something like that.
And so,
I'm always suspicious of stuff like that in any story where there's it's a bastard child and the father's unknown. It seems like he's going to come back in later.
Well, they
Yeah.
explained that his father is always off on business.
Oh, so he's still sort of in the life.
So he's
Like,
I thought he was just
He
like
knows
practices
he's there,
polygamy.
but it's like he's not. It's like Pokemon. He exists. He's not gone, but he's just not there. It's weird.
I thought Ash's dad was gone
Ash's dad went off on his own Pokemon adventure.
and never came back.
Exactly.
That's gone. Ash is like freaking 12 or 10.
Yep.
I think at this point,
Ash is 32 at
time
this
to take the
point,
ring
so-
off, Delia.
Get with Professor Oak.
Get that oak. That oak stick.
All he does is interrupt you and tell you can't do that. How do you know?
It's time to go home.
You can't use your bike indoors.
yeah.
I'm a grown ass man. I'll bike indoors if I want. You got a problem? Take it up with Blastoise. Anyway,
So, we
Moving
move on to episode 3.
This is when we
How are
find
you
it.
digging it so far?
it's
2
fine.
episodes in. 2 episodes in.
It's fine.
It's
Like
fine.
it's yeah. I mean, they're still setting up the universe and all that, and the character dynamics and all that. I can't really, at this point, I don't see why it's this sensation that it is. Why it's so memeable to you people.
Okay. Yeah. 2
But-
episodes in, it's hard to.
Yeah.
I could see. Okay.
I mean, we haven't even seen anybody on that shirt yet, except
not
for
yet.
Bakugo.
Yeah, you
and
still
Deku.
don't meet any of the
what's her
kids. Yeah, you still haven't met
No,
any
you
of
haven't
the
seen her yet on
classmates.
episode 2.
Um,
You haven't seen anybody on that show except for Bakugo.
Yeah. So, episode 3 starts out with All Might saying, you're going to inherit my quirk, but you can't inherit it. You can inherit it, but you're not gonna be able to use it with that weak ass body that you got going on. So I'm gonna make a plan for you to help you bulk up, so you can even use this quirk.
The all-American dream. Plan.
Yep. And then
They go to Dagobah's beach.
yep, Dagobah Beach. His plan is for Deku to clean up this real bad beach. I mean, it's got all. They say that people dump their trash there, but
Yeah.
there's refrigerators and
Well, that does in a way
was
kind of in a way go back to what I was saying earlier, because All Might even said, all the attention's on these, supervillains terrorizing the city. People have pretty much stopped enforcing lesser crimes like
Yeah.
littering and stuff like that.
yeah. And
And that's
But
pretty
what
much-
is the connection to Star Wars?
I don't know why
Because
he.
you got
The creator's just a big fan.
Yeah, he's just a fan.
Pop culture and nerdy shit in general.
And so yeah, you have Tatooine Station. What was the school?
Aldera.
Aldera. And then you have Dagobah.
If that school's not
Dagobah Beach.
destroyed at some point,
Not yet. Not yet.
missed opportunity.
And so he gets him started on this beach cleaning, and he puts him on like a meal plan and
Sleep plan.
sleep plan. I mean, he plans his whole everything, right? And Deku goes a little further into it, and he's adding more time of like he's cutting some sleep so that he can work out more, and he's kind of tweaking the thing. Actually, this episode can go really quick because it's mostly just
Montage.
Yeah.
montage.
And so let's see.
The key points
by
of
the
this-
end of it is he.
No, by the end of it, he is, because episode 4 is the
the robot.
yeah,
The
the
hero.
robot
Oh,
fight.
yeah,
like the opening.
So the whole first half of the episode is a montage of him.
Cleaning and
Cleaning.
running and eating and
Yeah.
not
Collapsing.
sleeping and yeah.
And then we
Uh,
get to the point to where All Might is like, "Why the hell are you so exhausted?"
Right. And that's when you find out that he's not been sleeping. He's been doing more working out and stuff. And so the morning of
The exam.
the exam, he gets to the beach, and the beach is completely cleaned up. There's this huge ass pile of trash and stuff, and right at the top is Midoriya, and he's like freaking out. He's finished. He's finally finished, and he's doing this huge he's just into it, man. And he ends up falling over from exhaustion. All Might swoops in and gets him, and so he shows him. He took some pictures at the very beginning of this
Look
beach
at your
cleanup.
weak ass right here.
And it shows
look
him a
at what
picture
you
of
become.
what was it? 10 months.
10
Yeah,
months.
10
Is that
months.
Yeah.
So 10 months ago, he looked like this. He shows him a picture, and then you really they show what Midoriya
And
looks
you
like
got
now.
your 12-pack abs.
And he's ripped, and
He's
he's
what
got some
all of us
muscles.
wish
and,
we could be, but not 15.
hey man, that's all I am,
I'm
man.
close enough.
And so he's pretty much ready. The exam's that morning. He's got
3
to
hours.
head over there. You
And
know?
how does he inherit the quirk?
So this is where the quirk inheritance comes.
Ding.
All Might plucks a hair off of his head,
Does a
And-
good speech.
tells him, "You got to eat this hair," and because
Bottoms up.
the quirk is inherited from,
His
Swallowing
DNA.
DNA, yeah.
and I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
made him.
He could have
Yeah.
made him like some IV, like a blood transfusion. I mean, I'm sure Deku's afraid of needles.
They
so,
could have
you know.
shared a toilet seat.
Yeah, it's like
No, by the way, that beach is not clean. He picked up the trash, but that sand is contaminated by oil, medical waste. That is
Oh,
not
boy.
clean. It looks nice.
It looked real nice.
yeah.
well, I mean,
As long
you
as it's
notice
pretty
he
on the
moved-
outside.
He just moved all the shit to another spot.
Up the
Just
hill,
piled
yeah.
it up. Maybe somebody will pick it up though if it's maybe the city or
Oh,
something.
now it's at its designated spot. We can now pick it
we'll
up.
pick it up.
You know how you kind of take your trash out by
take
the
your
road?
take
Yeah.
it to the curb. And so I get Deku heads over to UA. This is so now we're finally getting
Oh
into
my God,
what
is
what this
hilarious.
show is. This is it's My Hero Academia. So he's going to try out to see if he can make it into this school. And remember, There's only a 0.2% chance that anybody even gets into UA. But there's there's other schools though.
Yeah.
So I guess he could have tried like, or he can't like. Is it like 15? Is the time for you to try for hero school, and then that's it?
I'm sure you could
Or
retry.
Could you do it again next year?
I'm sure you could.
or-
You'd be like you'd be held back instead of you'd be a 16
There's
year
no
old.
age limit on a villain.
He's not becoming a villain.
As
That would
is
be the
clearly
ult-
stated
that would-
later.
That would be the ultimate plot twist of like
Dude, what if?
Bakugo's
Ooh, no.
Bakugo's a hero and Deku's the villain.
Yeah, because everybody obviously thinks Bakugo will become a bad guy because he's such a
He's a
Douche.
ass.
and
Grade
oh,
A.
dude, that would I'd
asshole.
stop watching it.
If
If
they make
Deku
Bakugo-
became
Deku
a bad guy. I'm
Like,
They can make it better.
no.
We were actually talking about something else that would make you stop watching
Yeah,
the show.
there's a
too.
couple. There's a couple things that would. So anyway, so it's exam time. He's heading up to UA, and this is where we get to meet
And he-
another.
But tell the story. He pumps himself up and is like, "Yeah, I can do this," and he
then
trips
trips.
over his own feet.
Or I'll just die.
Right before he hits the ground, he's rescued by a girl who has a quirk. She can control like
Gravity.
She can nullify gravity.
Guardian Leviosa.
Yep. So she Wingardium Leviosa's him back, and she picks him up, and she's talking to him, and he's just looking all crazy.
He's like,
and then she so she heads on in, and he gets
He's
excited
like, I
because
talked to a girl.
he talked to
Not
a girl when
actually
he
talked.
didn't actually say anything to her. And so we get in, and Bakugo's there as well. We get in and we meet another pro hero named Present Mike, and he's the announcer guy. Do you like him?
Every time you say that, I think of Prison Mike.
The office.
Present Mike.
Yeah.
But present, Mike.
Present Mike, and he's explaining what's going to go down in the exam. So basically, what the exam is, you have a certain amount of time to run through this city, trying to take down
These robots.
right? These robots, and
And
each
worth
robot has a point value.
2 or 3 points.
That's enough robot.
Robot? You don't like
I
robot?
don't like robot.
How about robots?
Robots.
Robots.
Robot.
So
But
That's something else entirely.
Robo.
and so at this point we get to meet another character. I don't know if they don't say his name yet.
No,
his name is Tenya Ida,
yeah.
and
He's exam number 71111.
Yeah, and he points out that in the booklet
There's 4 types.
4 types of robots, and
It's like you're
he's
holding
like
out on
this
us.
can't be a if this is a mistake, then
This is
UA
disgraceful.
needs to like
He's the Dwight Schrute of this.
and he also
Shoving his glasses up into his face.
he also tells Midoriya to shut the muttering up because it's distracting.
He's
people.
fanboying over President Mike.
And so this is where present Mike. I'm trying to really enunciate now so it doesn't sound like present Mike describes that it tells him that there's a 4th robot that's worth 0 points. It's just there to just to,
This thing is
to
huge. It's like
mess
a
you up, you know?
skyscraper.
And most people would just ignore it, and so let's see. I guess it goes to the exam time, right?
Yep.
And
This starts the next episode.
yeah, so this is the 4th episode. Bakugo is not in the same,
testing zone. As
Right,
yeah,
as-
Bakugo's an A.
but Ida Uraraka, who is
Yeah.
the gravity girl, and Midoriya are all in. And actually, one other character that you meet.
Oyama.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 other characters. So
Something like
Oyama,
Laser?
which is laser,
Scout.
naval
Laser on
laser,
his crotch.
An arm dude.
naval
Oh,
laser,
so-
and arm dude, who is it Shoji? Shoji is his
Oh yeah,
name.
that's Soji.
You didn't really. It was the
I don't
guy
remember
that
arm dude.
he
He was on the roof.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a 3-second clip.
yeah, they said some people are using their
Yes.
for information gathering. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember.
um.
Bat Goro. Got
So
it.
he become Bat Goro. He's a character later on too,
Great.
and
Goody.
he's cool. They're all cool. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That is the thing about My Hero is like as you as you start getting introduced to these characters, like there's nobody I don't like, and I don't think even you can find somebody that you don't like.
I can find things to dislike about anything. I'd rather not go down that path. I'm still kind of neutral on all of them.
Yeah.
You people are just like, y'all were one hair away short of squeeing when the Gravity Girl showed up.
She's the best.
That's his personal favorite.
Yeah, that's
And
James's best girl.
I mean,
out of the females,
who's your
Momo's
best girl?
my favorite.
They looked at each other and went,
Is it Suyu?
so I don't know, what's this woman?
Jiro or Hagakure?
Ooh, okay.
These aren't even words
He's
in my
like-
lexicon. Yeah.
They haven't shown up yet.
Okay. Okay.
And one technically doesn't show up at all because she's invisible.
That's true. So, Midoriya sees Uraraka and feels that he needs to go and thank her for helping him not fall on his face earlier. But he gets stopped by Ida, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? Like,
You're gonna
it looks like
fuck
she's
her up."
over there concentrating. You don't need to go over there and mess with her." And
The thing about Ida is he's very
Such a dick at the
intense
beginning.
about everything.
he's
he
very
does.
intense. And present Mike comes out and
Present
says, "All right, go on. Like,
No countdown, no saying
countdown,
go, just go.
Yeah, go."
Just go.
Doors
And
are open.
Midoriya's like,
Wait,
he
what?
says something. He kind of looks back, and then when he looks back around,
Everyone's
all the
gone.
other people have gone, and so he gets a bit of a late start, and so he runs out and starts running through this city, trying to find robots to take down. Right?
And one jumps out at him.
Yeah. Here comes one, and he's
He's frozen in place.
yeah. I don't.
Like he his courage hasn't kicked in yet.
Right.
So he's frozen in fear.
Right. But he gets saved.
Is that going to be a constant thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, that's like the one time
Yeah.
thing.
Good.
Uh,
I am ready for that dude's balls to drop.
It dropped.
They don't worry. They don't worry.
Yeah, he gets a lot.
I feel like that would improve the show for me a lot.
He actually does come into his own.
He kind of reminds me of my parents' Chihuahua, like when it runs up to the couch and it just kind of like stamps all excitedly in place, like I'm gonna jump, and then sulks on the other side, just wanders off. That's what he reminds me of. He's like, "Yeah, this is my time," and then he pisses himself in the street.
Wow.
I mean,
Never. Okay.
But if he improves, thank God.
He improves.
It took me a little like Deku though. I didn't like him at the beginning either.
I immediately love Deku, but I will admit, which we're fixing to tell, when he uses his quirk, he hurts himself.
Mm-hmm.
That continues for a little while, and I'll admit, like I
It
was
continues for a long time.
starting to be like, okay, this
is
needs
getting tired.
to. I will admit, this needs to change now. It's about time for him to, and then they do. They it kicks in. But anyways, he's about to get attacked by a robot, and he gets saved by Naval Laser. What is it? Aoyama. And
He could be fun.
Yeah, Zach
he is
loves
kinda
him.
Fun.
his quirk is that he has a laser. He's like Cyclops with belly button.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And he uses it too much and he gets nauseous.
and so
Was he Bonjour?
yeah, he acts French and
S'il vous plaît.
and so Midoriya starts running through this city trying to find some robot to attack, to get some points. But everyone he runs across is just destroyed, and he's seeing all these people using their quirks to take down these robots, and
I think that's what I don't like about his sulking behavior. It's not that he's sulking, it's that
It's self
everything stops and we zoom into his watery eyes and we hear him and he flashes back to the doctor and his mother and it's just like
Doctor
over
gets
and
a
over
lot
and
of
over
screen
again. I get we're building up to something, but
Yeah.
jump, you little chihuahua, jump.
I actually am glad you think that, because that's something that I'm glad you think that. So the time is slowly ticking down, and he's got by this point he's got minutes left, and he's just like, I gotta get something, and this is when they decide to bring out the 0 pointers robots that are the one that is huge,
It should be worth all the
and
points.
everybody starts running away.
Says
and he I think he falls down.
Yeah, he falls
Right.
down.
And and then he sees Ida juke by, and Ida like gives him a look, you know. But,
Yeah, there's a voiceover. It's like when there's danger, people's true personalities show up.
And then you hear a girl's voice, like she's hurt. You look over, Uraraka is pinned down under some rubble, and this is when Midoriya's hero stuff kicks in. And he sees her, and he just jumps into action, literally jumps, and he just flies like 30 feet in the air, and he decides he's gonna punch this robot in the face. And so
he clenches his
first off, you
cheeks.
see his legs.
Yeah, they get filled up with all for the one for
The
all.
one for all, yeah. So it's like this red, like lightning, kind of goes around his legs, and that's when he jumps. And then when he goes to punch, you see the arm like flexes up, rips the shirt sleeve off. You see the lightning kind of come around it, and he punches the hell out of this robot, destroys the robot. But unfortunately is like 30, 40 feet in the air, and he starts falling. And that's when he realizes a couple things. One, his arm's broken. Two, both of his legs are broken. And he's also like super far up in the air, and he's about to fall. He is falling, And so he freaks out for a second, but then he kind of comes to his senses, and he's like, okay, I got to figure something out. Like, what am I going to do? Maybe if I got one arm left, so I could like Detroit Smash at the right time, and maybe I can slow myself down or whatever.
Cause enough opposing force from the backlash to slow him down enough to where it doesn't kill him.
Right. And right as he's about to hit the ground, Uraraka slaps him in the face. Like she's floated herself up, I don't know,
About
10 feet.
10 feet maybe, yeah. And slaps him in the face because she has to make contact with something to use her quirk. And so that's why she hits him in the face, so that she can catch him
too.
And then she lets everything go, and they drop to the ground.
But at this point, she has used her quirk about as much as she can at this point,
Right.
and just lets out her rainbow vomit.
Yeah, she gets a little nauseous. And Midoriya faints
As usual.
from all the, it's tough,
Yeah, that's another reoccurring thing for a while.
And you get like this voiceover of All Might saying like,
way to go, kid.
yeah,
You're
way to
showing
go. Like
what
that's what, that's a true,
Self-sacrifice.
that's a hero,
And then one of the other characters will be later just sitting there doing this. Like,
Nezu-
yay,
it's Nezu.
yay. Yeah, Nezu.
Ugh. Don't get me started on Nezu.
I love Nezu as a character.
I like Nezu in the
principal.
final exam. When he goes crazy, he's drinking
Oh.
his tea.
But and then I think even Ida is saying some stuff at this point.
Yeah, Ida's like...
Because everybody's talking about Midoriya and what he did, and Ida's like,
sitting
do
there
y'all not realize that...
Did I miss something?
Yeah, like...
The judges saw this.
Yeah, maybe they were testing us on that too, like we all shot out, we all ran, and he's the only one that...
We all pushed out.
So then you jump up like 1 week. Recovery Girl comes out.
And then we see what she does.
And we get to see her quirk, which is she heals people
With the kiss.
with a kiss. And so she smooches on...
No, we don't know
she's
the
also
deets of
She's also
her
a really
quirk
tiny, like,
until
80-year-old.
Yeah, she's also a tiny old lady.
We don't know the deets of the
Right.
quirk until later.
But you can see, like, it...
Saves him months of recovery.
Yeah, it,
time.
like... I don't know, it doesn't, like... It fixes the legs because the legs, like, twist back into place.
Contort back into place. And
but
his
his arm goes from being super
it's kind
bruised.
of weird because it kind of stays contorted,
Right.
but the bruising is eliminated.
I thought that was like his bicep, like it was still he's still jacked, but it's
Maybe.
angular. I don't know.
So she heals him a bit, and so we jump up a week later.
He's fully healed.
Yeah, he's healed, but
He's
he's
using
sitting there saying like, this sucks,
There's
man,
no
because
way.
I got no points.
I didn't get no
And he's
points.
even
I
like-
barely passed
yeah,
a written exam.
Barely even passed a written.
I
That
bombed
sucks.
this
I'm not
thing
getting,
hard.
and
But he's
I
still
think
sitting there working out.
Yeah, but he's thinking too, like, sorry, All Might, that you gave me your quirk and I didn't even pass the freaking, exam. And then here his mom comes. She's got the mail. He's got a letter from UA. So
She's freaking out.
so he goes in his room and he opens the letter and it's a like a hollow projector. And it's All Might.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm
he's
here
like-
as a protection.
And he tells him that they not only were looking for, you weren't only getting points for killing the robots, but you also got rescue points. And it also shows Uraraka
Trying to give.
going to them to try to give some of her points to Deku because he rescued her, But it turns out that he gained 60 points for rescuing, and she gained 45 points for rescuing as well. And so both of them made it into UA. And so that's it. Deku's on his way to,
The Hero Academia.
yeah.
Place he always wanted to go to.
I think it even says that. Doesn't it say at some point in one of these episodes, like, this is the story of how I became the world's
Yeah.
greatest,
Second
Yeah.
episode. Very end.
world's greatest
It's like,
hero.
oh, by the way, this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero.
So boom. So
This
4
is the end of
episodes
the
in.
fourth episode.
Now
Second episode.
how are you feeling, Kevin? 4 episodes in.
I mean, it's watchable. It looks fine.
I'm pretty sure Zach would have said the
We
exact
still
same
haven't
thing.
we've been introduced
So,
to
I was
one
gonna-
additional
I-
character in
I
that
really
list.
don't.
Yep.
It doesn't get good to me to like episode 7 or
right?
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how it is. That's why I'm not like, foaming at the mouth or other places. Is because, like, you have to. It takes up those first several episodes to set up the world, set up the premise, and all that. Then you can start telling the story.
Right.
It's the story that's the meat of the meal here,
Well,
and
now-
I haven't gotten that far yet. I smell it.
Does it smell
smell
good?
I smell what the Rock is cooking.
Does it smell good?
It's okay, but maybe it tastes better.
It will. It'll
Okay.
taste very good.
Like chitlins.
Oh God.
So yeah, so that's the first episodes of My Hero.
He's getting ready to meet Eraserhead next, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna meet everybody next.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Literally,
we're
next
getting-
episode is like. 20
Here's
20
everybody.
Here's some more shit to learn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I still don't know everybody's names.
I think I've got them all. The one that trips me up is the
Acid
alien
girl.
chick. Yeah, the acid
Yeah,
chick.
she's
I think
always
it's
acid girl
Ashido,
to me.
though. I think it's Ashido,
It's like a complicated name.
but I think I've got
I
just
know
about
some
everybody.
their hero names, last names, maybe something.
Well, I kind of use their last names
Mm-hmm.
because you got like Midoriya, Bakugo,
Kirishima.
Uraraka.
Momo.
Kirishima,
Todoroki.
Yayarozu is Momo.
Hers is actually easier to use her first name.
Todoroki. Well,
Todoroki.
Shoto's easier.
Shoto
Todoroki.
Todoroki, but you can remember
Suyu.
Todoroki more.
Suyu Asui.
Mineta.
My neighbor
Mineta,
Todoroki.
Mineta's great.
Ojiro. I really like Ojiro. He's the one with the tail.
Normal guy.
Who else we got? Aoyama. Sero. That's
yeah,
Sero.
Yeah.
There's.
Who else is there?
Chiro.
What is his name?
Jiro, which is
The guy
earphone Jack.
talks to the.
That's Koda.
Yeah, Koda.
Okay.
You got Sato, who is Sugar Man.
Jesus Christ!
There's
How
the-
many
It's a
characters?
class of two. There's 20 of them.
Who
To
are
get
we missing?
Mineta the
Kaminari.
pervert.
Kaminari,
The Aoyama.
Aoyama.
Earphone Jack.
I said Jiro.
Hagakure.
Hagakure, yeah.
Tokoyami.
Tokoyami.
Tokoyami, yeah. Dude, there's so many. But that's not. And then you
Oh,
got
everybody.
like,
Then you have
My
Class
Hero.
1B.
yeah, they introduced another class.
All the
like,
teachers.
later into
the
the-
additional teachers.
but they only
The
introduced
Stanford
like,
branch.
several people. Yeah,
There's a real office parallel going on. with
We
this.
know all the names of Class 1B. We know their quirks.
I don't know all the names of 1B though. I only know. I think it's Monoma.
And then it goes into
I don't
the
even know the
provisional
names.
exam, and then we get introduced to all the
More
other
students.
General
hero courses
studies.
in the world. Oh yeah, general studies and the support class.
Hatsume.
Economics. We
Yeah,
don't know any
so
of their names.
The
but
thing about this school, which we'll learn later, is if you don't make it in the hero course,
They're still general.
then there's still
studies
general studies
and the support class.
and support class. Support
And-
class is for like,
You develop like tools to make heroing easier.
and general studies is
general studies.
It's high school.
It's high school.
Yeah. So you got your
Which
hero
is-
class, your Lucius Fox class,
yep,
and then high school.
in high school. Yep.
Boring ass high school.
But the thing is like we meet a character from the general studies who's actually like crazy powerful,
But his
because of
quirk
his quirk, he
and the
was-
nature of the test,
he can't show it fighting robots.
because
He actually brainwashes people, so you can't show
what
that
it
when you're
is
fighting robots.
if you answer one of his questions or talk to him in general, he can
Control you.
like literally get you to do whatever you want.
They should just put a bullet in that guy's head.
I don't know. I feel like he
And the only way
I
out
hope
of
he
it
doesn't
is
become a
to get woken up, basically. Like somebody could walk over and punch you, or if you somehow have the willpower to wake yourself up.
something I wanted to do though. Crap, where's my phone? Oh man, I think it's way over there. Hang on.
What are you looking for?
My phone.
Do dee do 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 dee do.
So I'm gonna tell you, Kevin, since we already know what's coming up. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you the names of the next 4 episodes, and I want you to try to tell me what's gonna happen in these episodes. Okay? Let's see. My Hero Academia episode list. That's not how you spell it.
Academia is a hard word.
No, I'm misspelled episode.
Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say I misspelled list. It came out lust.
My Hero Academia Lust.
Episode?
I actually did episode.
Yeah.
I actually put it I.
Episode.
So,
What's up?
come on.
Silence. The sound of silence.
Do not lick that microphone.
What?
From
Okay.
over here, it looked like Zach was about to lick the microphone.
I thought you asked if you.
Oh man, this is season 3.
Yeah, that's been in some
You don't
terrible
wanna- You don't want to
places.
hear those.
That's weird.
Did you lick the microphone? Is that what you said?
Oh.
I'll give you $5 if you lick the microphone.
No, don't lick the microphone.
Gross.
Don't give
You don't
okay,
know where
here we go,
these
here we go.
been.
$20.
$20, alright.
These were
Lick
like
that microphone.
Oh god.
Episode 5 of season 1 is titled, you're never going to get these,
Okay.
What I Can Do For Now. What do you
I-
think would happen in that?
Well, I can.
I don't know.
What
I
Can
guess
Do
he
For
can't
Now.
really use his abilities. So I guess he's just trying to stay out of shit.
Okay. Episode
That's what it says on
6
AMD. Can't use his abilities, just trying to stay out of shit.
Actually, a couple of these are pretty obvious. So, episode 6, Rage, you damn nerd. You know what that could...
All Might did say he was nerding out at one point, so I guess it's still revolving around. What was his name?
Midoriya?
Midoriya.
Deku.
Deku. That's also a name you can...
Yeah. But that makes me think of Zelda.
Season
Legend of.
1, episode 7. Deku versus Kachan.
I don't know. From what I hear, it's the second coming. So,
The second coming.
like, I've heard a lot of good things about episode 7.
Deku versus Kachan. What could go down in that one?
Some kind of fight or competition.
And episode 8 is called Bakugo's Start Line. What do you think could happen in that one?
Some kind of fight or competition.
Okay, so I'll remember these, and then when we watch those episodes, when we record the next one, we'll see how far off or on you were.
spot on.
It's gonna be fun. Wait, how many did I give you? Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
8.
that's
Okay,
five,
yeah,
six,
that's
7,
right.
and 8.
All right,
And
so
since there's only 13 in the first,
Oh,
the
yeah.
last set, we can go ahead and just knock out 13 and just finish it off.
So who's your favorite 2 characters in the show?
In the
Oh,
show,
2 characters.
Jiro and Hagakure.
Kevin, do you have any favorites at this point? 4 episodes in, who you digging?
What's Malfoy's name?
Bakugo.
Bakugo. He's pretty straightforward. I feel like there's going to be some more backstory or something to explain why he's such a bag of dicks, but
Damn.
Oh, and Laser Crotch.
Oh yeah.
He's tons of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
He
him.
only gets better. He does not get worse.
Good.
Gosh, he's so funny. James,
My favorite characters or character?
favorite two.
As many as you want.
Favorite 2 characters. Deku's number 1, and
Boring.
shut up, man. That's
You know
I
who my
like the
favorite
hero.
Superman character is? Clark Kent.
shut up. I like the hero. All right.
That's fine.
I like the hero too.
So I like Deku, and I guess number 2 would probably be. Oh, number 2 is tough. Somebody else go.
Uraraka.
Tokoyami Uraraka.
Okay.
Uraraka. Okay. Mine would have to be Bakugo and Kirishima. It's my 2 favorites.
Kirishima.
I guess I'm gonna have to say Deku and probably
Uraraka.
Todoroki.
Todoroki. That's a really good one too. He's really good. He's probably my 3rd favorite.
Who did you say your favorite?
Or
I've
Kirishima.
forgotten.
Bakugo and
Oh,
Aoyama.
and Firecrotch. That's
Aoyama.
right.
Fire Crotch. Again, something completely different.
He liked Hagakure, which is Invisible Girl, and Jiro, who is
Earphone Jack. Hagakure is just a mystery that I could solve or try to solve. Well, it's just like, how did she survive? How
Wait.
did she make it through the opening exam? How did
Oh, okay.
she?
I thought this was turning into like a kill, marry, fuck kind of thing.
Oh. 28-year-old
Because, well,
man.
you said she's a mystery I can solve.
I like a good mystery, okay?
see.
And she's got a lot of questions around
So
her.
that's weird even for me, and I'm only 19.
True though, I would like to know, more about her.
There's a lot of like she's just there,
Yeah.
which I've already discussed.
Yeah.
Was she born invisible, or did she just turn invisible?
Who are her parents?
Yeah,
for
that's-
start-
Are they invisible too?
Maybe they've been there the whole entire time, and we don't know.
They say their quirks develop like in childhood, so
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, so she could
so
have
like
been
the
born.
fire backdraft.
Backdraft.
Yeah.
So would he have looked normal and then just like
Probably.
became a fire hydrant?
Oh yeah, I looked it up. There are no naked pictures of Backdraft that I could find.
Oh, okay.
But
Burn.
he is in fact a fire hydrant. It's not a costume. Like his legs are fire hydrant, his arms are fire hydrants, his head is a fire hydrant.
So I guess that
So he didn't come out of the mother that
does
way.
develop. Yeah.
So,
Well,
he would've
I
had
mean,
to
Probably
she's,
just a
he's
mutant.
not the only mutated. I mean, you got Coda, and you've got Pinky.
And his mom is also
It's
looks
just
the
like
same way.
him.
Yeah. God, that episode. when he was
Earphone
screaming at
Jack.
them
I mean,
bugs.
she's pretty much human except for her
To-
earlobes or earphone
Tokoyami.
jack.
how
Does
did
her
that
parent?
happen?
Her
Tokoyami.
mom has the same power as her, doesn't she?
Who?
Earphone Jack.
The mom
think
or
the
the
mom.
dad, I can't remember
I
which
think
one.
it's the mom, cause she had like.
Yeah. Yeah. And, most of the time, the quirk comes from the parents.
yeah, I heard the doctor mention
Yeah.
that. He said usually you'd have one or the other or a combination or something.
Bakugo
right, so-
takes after his mother.
Oh yeah.
That's so
His
awesome.
dad is kind of like
Just don't spoil nothing, man. That stuff's so good to find out. I'm so ready for you to see this.
I
stuff.
see you're trembling.
I know.
You're
I'm,
true. Oh.
I'm so excited. We finally got
Like a
Kevin to
fiend
watch
of-
some My
of
Hero.
death.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not like I can binge watch it or anything.
Yeah, it's not like it's on Crunchyroll.
No, I mean I am able to, but you seem to enjoy the,
well,
baby duck dipping his toe in the water thing we got going here. Where I'm,
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to watch him, you know, and then that's just up to you. It probably would save us time, but yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever you want to do.
okay.
Either way, your way's fine.
Either way. So that's it. That's episode. Well,
One,
it's like
through
1,
4.
yeah. Watching Nerdy episode 1, My Hero Academia episodes 1 through 4. It was fun. I enjoyed chatting with you guys about this. We got to watch it again too, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
I almost cried twice.
By the time we finish season 2, season 3 DVDs will be out. So
Maybe.
I mean,
depends. If he goes and just binge watches it, then we can.
Or he just completely just says, "Fuck this show. I don't want to watch it anymore."
Well, I mean,
I hope not.
if I don't come onto it myself, then we'll watch it here.
Yeah.
I would like to have caught up with it by the time the fighting game comes out. So because like I don't care about Dragon Ball. So when we
Yeah.
played Fighter Z or Fighters, or we never actually came to an agreement on that. But none of it meant anything to me.
Right. Yeah, we'll try to. Which it's October, like late October. So.
Yeah, that's not that far away.
Yeah, I know.
And the
Yeah,
show
no.
isn't that
We're
long.
almost
yet.
in August.
50-something
51
episodes.
episodes.
Not that long. Yeah, it's a show and an anime, so it will go on
For a while.
So yeah, catch up now. Or
Fingers crossed.
Never watch it.
Okay, just not Naruto length because that's 700.
Or freaking.
No,
One-
Naruto's
one
597 episodes. Cause he sent me a picture.
No, Naruto is. Then you add Shippuden.
And that's
another
another
like
300
several
or
hundred
something.
episodes.
Naruto the original is like 290 something. Shippuden is 500 exactly.
It's just silly.
Is that
It's
with
just-
filler?
Yeah, that's with filler.
It's just too much. I still might
You
watch
can
it.
cut
I
all
think
the
with
filler.
Naruto Part 1 though, majority of it is
Majority
canon.
of Naruto Part 1 is canon, except for the fact you have the fight between the two people, and then it's literally 104 episodes of filler.
Talking about after Naruto.
After
Sasuke's
Naruto
fight.
Yeah,
and
after-
Sasuke's fight at
Yeah,
the
so you
valley.
can literally just
Then
stop
it's
after
all filler after that.
And then
Until Shippuden
then the
starts.
last episode when he lives with Jiraiya.
And then with Shippuden, I think it's all canon up to the fight with Stain, and then it's more filler until the start of the next Great Ninja War.
Yeah.
There are 439 episodes in Naruto and 597 in Shippuden.
with filler.
Yes, that's everything.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what it.
I think after Naruto.
Actually, no, probably not. Now I take that.
The Immortal
Oh wait,
Duo.
yeah. There's
then
9
I think
seasons.
It's like filler with Sasuke because they continue on Sasuke's story. I don't know if that's filler.
I don't know,
or
that's
canon.
crazy.
I skipped most of
But
filler.
some of the filler in Naruto is actually pretty good.
It really is.
It's actually quite funny.
So, anyways, thanks everybody
Nice
for listening.
good tangent on that one.
We'll be back next week at some point to record another episode. So until then, plus
Stay
ultra.
frosty.